Hello NRI friends, welcome to SBNRI, the next generation NRI banking. My name is Mohit, I'm a CA by profession, CFA level 3, and this is the sixth video in our video series. Wow, we have covered 5 topics till now. This will be our sixth topic in the series, which is the FCNR account. If you have not been following the series, please do that. I have been providing the links in the description for you. So just be up to date so that we can move ahead we can be on the same page. To continue with the video, let's just get into it. In this video, we will be covering the FCNR account. Initially, we will discuss about the basic overview of the account, followed by the nomination and the joint applicants for the FCNR account. And by the end of the video, we will try to compare the FCNR account with the other types of NRI accounts. So let's begin. The FCNR account overview. For this overview, we will try to consider various factors like we have done for the NRO and the NRE account. I am trying to keep the factors similar for all these accounts so that as we move ahead with the videos concerning different accounts, we also side by side try to compare them. So that way we can get the holistic overview when we compare them in our final slide. So to start with, the purpose of the FCNR account is for the foreign currency investments in India, and it is only a deposit only account. You cannot operate it as a savings or a recurring deposit or something like that. It is opened under only one specific category, that is the deposit only. While the NRE and NRO accounts were maintained in INR, this particular account is maintained or can be maintained in any of the freely global tradable currencies such as the US dollar, pounds, euro, and Japanese yen, any currency. The currencies are listed out here for you. And the tenure of deposits for the FCNR accounts range from a minimum of 1 year to a maximum of 5 years. And while you can get an interest of up to 4.05% on these deposits, while we are discussing interest, I would like to point it out that the interest that we are providing to you is an average or an stipulated, because such interest rates are updated every month, and it is completely dependent on the banks that you have chosen for the deposit. Now coming to the minimum balance of such FCNR accounts, it is US dollar 1000. So 1000 US dollar is the minimum amount you need to start your deposit with. And the next factor that we'll be considering in the overview is the repatriation, which means the transfer of the money from this FCNR account to your foreign or overseas accounts. So like we have been discussing in the previous overviews, both the principal as well as the interest that has been accumulated on the account is freely and completely repatriable. And by freely, I mean there are no tax deductions on the principal as well as interest that you are earning. So this is the pretty much overview of the FCNR account. Now we will be moving ahead and we will discuss about the nomination and the joint applicants or the joint applicant holding for this type of account. It is very similar to the NRE account. For all major banks provide you the facility to update. We're talking about nomination here. So all major banks provide you the facility to process your nomination online as well as offline. You can update your nominees. You can just, for online process, you can visit the bank's website, log in your account, and then you can find an add nominee option where you can provide and verify the details. And as soon as you submit a request, the bank will work on it and the nomination or your nominee will be updated. Similarly, the offline process for updation of a nominee can be done by filling the DA1 form at the bank branch. It can be done if you are in India and you want to update your nominee by visiting the bank branch personally, then you can opt for the offline process where you fill the DA1 form and then you submit it to the bank and they update your nominee. Now, since we have discussed about the DA1 form, we will also be talking about the DA2 and DA3 forms, which are for the cancellation of nominee and replacement of nominee respectively. So we will try to understand it with an example. The DA2 form can be used, for instance, you have an FCNR account and your wife is your nominee, but you have a daughter now and she has come of age and you want her to be the nominee of your account. In that case, you opt for the DA2 form, fill it to cancel the present nominee, and you can update your nominee, in this case your daughter. and discussing about the DA3 form that is used for the replacement of a nominee. So this instance particularly happens when the nominee you have chosen for your account expires. So for example, you have any relative of yours as a nominee and he or she expires, then you can opt for the DA3 form and you can replace him or her. Now we will discuss about the joint account holding for the FCNR account. Again, it is same as we have discussed in the NRE account. So if you have not watched that video, you should do that. I will be providing a link in the description. You can also notice certain similarities between the NRE and the FCNR account. So when you watch this video after having watched the NRE video, you will relate as much more as I'm trying you to. And coming back to the joint applicant topic, NRIs can opt for a joint account with other NRIs for an FCNR account. So any two NRIs can open a joint account when in terms of FCNR. Now coming to the final topic of the video, how is the FCNR different from the different types of NRI accounts, which are the NRE and the NRO? So if you have watched the previous videos, like I always do, when we are trying to discuss the differentiation between these accounts, we are taking this very table and I'm trying to repeat it again and again, but focusing on the account that we are talking about in the video. So like in my previous two videos, I have been focusing on NRE and NRO accounts, and those were the accounts we tried to keep as our reference, and then we differentiated with the other types of accounts. So in this video, we will keep the FCNR account as our point of reference, and we will be considering the very same factors that we have been considering in our previous two videos. So to start with, the purpose of the FCNR account as discussed is for maintaining a foreign currency investments in India, whereas the NRE and NRO account hold different purposes. The NRE account is used for parking your income that is earned outside India, whereas the NRO account is used for maintaining of the income that is generated in India, and that income can be in form of rent from the property that you're holding in India, or maybe your pension, anything like that. So this is the basic difference between these three accounts in terms of their purpose. Coming to the currency, so like we discussed, the FCNR can be opened and maintained in any of the major globally tradable currencies such as the US dollar, pounds, euros, etc. Whereas NRE and NRO accounts have to be maintained in INR only. You cannot maintain them in any other foreign currency. Now the tenure of deposits, which is our next factor to consider. The tenure of deposits are different for each type of account. Like the FCNR offers you a tenure from 1 year to 5 years, whereas you can opt for the tenure of 1 year to 10 years for NRE, while you can opt for a tenure as short as 7 days to as long as 10 years for NRO accounts. Now the interest that these deposits provide are also different in case of these accounts. Again, just for your information, these interest rates are updated every month. If you want to know the exact interest rates, you can visit our blog, sbnri.com/blog. There you can find the updated interest rates for each bank along with the processes and everything. It is a complete database for your NRI problems. So I want you to visit that blog and just browse through it so that you can get more and more information. Meanwhile, coming back to the video, we are providing you with a tentative or an average interest rate, which is 4.05% for FCNR, 6.80% for NRE, and 7.30% for NRO. Now coming back to the final two factors, like I always do, I try to discuss these factors together so that you can connect to it. These factors are repatriation as well as tax deductions. Repatriation, as I have already mentioned in the previous slides, means the transfer of the funds lying in these NRI accounts to your overseas or foreign bank accounts. Now for FCNR and the NRE account, both the principal as well as the interest earned is completely and freely repatriable. That means there is no certain fixed limit for the repatriation. You can repatriate as much money as you want without paying any taxes to the government. But when we consider the NRO account, there is a fixed limit of $1 million US per financial year, along with taxes that are deducted on source on this particular format, which is 30% tax, along with surcharge and education cess. Now, if you have been following the series, I would once again like to put it out there. You don't need to worry about the 30% tax thing that is happening in the NRO account. Uh, it might be deducted at source, but you are liable for a tax refund under your income tax slab. So if you're falling under the 15% income tax slab, you can opt for the other 15% refund while you file your taxes by the end of the year. If you still have any taxation query and you want to get an advisory on that, we are open for you. You can visit sbnri.com. You can drop in your queries at support@sbnri.com. Visit our website, visit our blog. We are always there to help you out. We are coming up with our app as well. We will try to be in touch with you on various platforms so that we can provide advisory to you, and we can ultimately make your NRI banking experience seamless. And that would be all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. The next video in line is on NRI account benefits. So we have discussed the 3 different types of accounts till now. Now we will try to get a video where we will be discussing all these accounts in one video only, and we will try to learn about the benefits from these NRI accounts. What are the particular benefits we can get out of them? While you wait for the video, don't forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, just talk about it, try to get more knowledge by watching the series, following the series, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon so that every time we put up a video you get the notifications first. And just visit our website and just keep following the series. Try to do whatever I told you to. I am pretty sure that we can make your overall experience pretty much easy and convenient. So just hang around. Okay, see you in our next video. Thank you.